Let's get started. So today, the article that we were reading is about AI. And I'm sure that everybody has heard these kinds of conversations about AI is going to take over all our jobs, it's going to replace all of us, which who knows, maybe that will happen. But at least for the time being, there are definitely some jobs that, won't be taken over by AI. So this article is talking about some of this, some of the kinds of jobs that maybe it will be more difficult for AI to take over, or what aspects of different jobs basically mean that it'll be very hard for them to be replaced by AI. So I thought it was interesting. Hopefully it's interesting for everybody else. And on Wednesday, I hope that we can have an interesting discussion about it as well. So let's get started. Let's see who our first reader is for today. Nadia, would you like to start?
Excuse me, could you please remind how we work on this session?
Yeah, sure. So we have an article. The article is linked above, and it's also tagged in the pinned messages.
Yeah, I
So
can
if
see.
yep. And what we do is I have it's actually called a random thing picker. So I put everybody's name in the random thing picker, and then we all take turns to read like a certain part. So for example, Nadia, hopefully, I don't know if she can hear me because she didn't answer before.
No, I was about to answer, but when I heard Artem speaking, I stopped.
Okay, no problem. So for example, Nadia is going to start today, and so she's going to read a few paragraphs, and then she's going to stop, and then we're going to have a look at those first few paragraphs, make sure that we understand all the words, and if there are any new words or any that you don't know about, you can type them here, and then we'll talk about them, see if somebody else knows what the meaning is, or we'll clarify the meaning so that everybody understands. Okay? It will make a lot more sense soon, I promise. So, Nadia, go ahead.
Thank you. The jobs AI won't take yet. Amid the talk of artificial intelligence replacing workers, experts say there are some jobs computers aren't taking, at least for a while. Since the start of the Industrial Revolution, there have been threats that new machines, from mechanized looms to microchips, would usurp human jobs. For the most part, the humans have prevailed. Now, say some experts, with AI ubiquity on the horizon, the threats being realized, the robots really are coming for some jobs. A March 2023 report from Goldman Sachs estimated that AI capable of content generation could do a quarter of all the work currently done by humans. Across the European Union and US, the report further notes 300 million jobs could be lost to automation. And that could be dire, says Martin Ford, author of Rule of the Robots, How Artificial Intelligence Will Transform Everything. Shall I continue?
One more.
Okay. It's not just that this would happen to individuals, but it could be pretty systemic, he says. It could happen to a lot of people, potentially quite suddenly, potentially all at the same time. And that has implications not just for those individuals, but for the whole economy. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's have a look at this first section here. Questions, comments? Okay, usurp. What does it mean if you usurp something? Has anyone heard this word before? Yep. It's kind of like stealing the place of something or taking the place of something else. Or you can think about taking the power, but taking it by force or illegally. Exactly. Usurpation of power. It's a common way that we would use it. Definitely not a good thing to do, no. A lot of the times it's either by force or illegally when we use it. So definitely not a good thing to do. If you talk about someone usurping something, you're not speaking about them positively. You're definitely not on their side. Okay. Any other questions here? Yeah, the first part of this article is a little bit sad, but I promise it will get a little bit more positive. Okay. The next paragraph starts that it's not all bad news. So the article does get more positive, I promise. Any other questions before we keep going? Okay, let's keep reading then. Let's see who's up next. Nina, would you like to read?
Yes, thank you, Natasha.